Hey everybody, this is James Pelton. I am joined today with Russell from Metacade. I think this is the third time that Russell's been on, so
Yeah.
he's becoming a regular here on the channel, which is amazing. And before we start, I want to give a shout out to the Metacade community because pretty much since this AMA was announced, it's been nonstop, just people telling me how excited they are. It's all been positive. So I was telling Russell, I don't mind being harassed as long as it's positive things. So you guys, amazing community, which is good to see since this is a community-based project. You would want to, I'd be a little concerned if there wasn't much of a community being built, but already I can tell great community being built. Before we start on this, I wanted to just share with you guys why this project is near and dear to my heart. This is down in my basement, the Pelton Arcade that me and my kids enjoy down there. So gaming has been a big part of my story, and so excited to be part of a Web3, which is my community, and gaming, which is my community. So amazing. Let's go ahead. If you're in the audience, please hit like. That's the number one thing you can do. If you have questions or things that you want to talk about, let me know. I'll star them and we'll try to bring those up. But Russell, welcome back to the channel. I think most people here probably know you, but could you do a quick introduction in case there's some people jumping in that aren't familiar with you?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Thank you for attending. Our Metacaders have come out in force. I am Russell Bennett, the CEO of Metacade. We're in our first couple of months of being live in the big open space of Web3 and have been in the making now for about 18 months. We've got off to a cracking start. Our community is obsessive, which is exactly how it should be. And all over Twitter this week, it's been building up and building up. So yes, we're a Web3, Web2 community, literally looking to blend the Web2 and Web3 space from a gaming perspective and bring people in masses. So yeah, we've got lots and lots to talk about.
Okay, very excited to talk about it, to get an update. I did buy some of the Mcade token before our last AMA and before the MEXC listing. So yeah, excited just to hear how things are going. The first thing that I'll let you kind of run the show because you know what's going on more than I am. But first thing I would like to talk about is what is this Metacade Lite? Anytime there's a countdown, you get kind of excited. So tell us about this Metacade Lite and what that's about.
Yeah, so I didn't fully appreciate the importance of countdowns for communities because it's been in high demand. So this is thanks to Eldred for pushing and pushing and pushing in our community to get a countdown up. But once we launched, on our original roadmap, we had a good sort of 6 or 7 months of build ahead of us to build the main platform, push it out online and get the community and the partners moving. We decided to take a quicker step. We realized a lot of the functionality and what we were producing could be done a lot quicker. So we decided to embark on a 4-week build program to launch the first version of our platform. So quite unusual for a crypto project to go live and then within a month launch product.
Yes.
The countdown is purely for the developers to really scare the life out of them, to be honest. So no one's talking to me internally, but the community love the countdown. So, but yeah, the purpose of Metacade Lite is to give our community and new people a place to go, different zones to explore. There'll be a big community area, which have lots of nice functionality. We weren't going to launch an arcade, but we now are, which is great news. So we have some gaming titles, which we'll start drip feeding and announcing next week, which is awesome. We've got a feed page, which I'm not going to say too much about, but is already working. So we're semi going live with probably about a third of the overall functionality we had planned. And to do so within a 4-week period is no mean feat. So yeah, it's just important, whilst the market's still fairly flat and gaming isn't the trending narrative, to ensure that we make progress each month and keep everyone entertained. So I hope this goes somewhere to do that.
Awesome. No, I like that. That's a great idea. You put the countdown on, you show the developers, hey, This is for you. Get this out. You got 8 days. Everyone's gonna know you're to blame if this doesn't happen. So, and I just want the audience to know it is not Russell's fault if that doesn't happen. It's the developers. I'll put it on them for sure.
I'm the CEO. I take the hit. My head will be on a different GIF by the end of the week if it doesn't come out. So,
you know, I always tell people if you don't have your head on a meme GIF, you are not doing something right. Okay. So that means that's when you know you've made it. So congratulations, Russell. You made it.
My family is very proud now.
Yeah, that's right. Awesome. Well, so yeah, there's a whole bunch of things going on. Even when I just look around the website, there's like a lot of stuff going on with the launch pad and everything. Where would you kind of like to start with the updates? I'll kind of open it up for you.
Yeah, so since we last spoke, and you were kind enough to kind of put a quick video out before the Mexi launch, I believe. So we've had 2 listings outside of the Uniswap, so Bitmart and Mexi. Since that point, I've confirmed another listing, which will be occurring in the next couple of weeks. This is with CoinStore, which in terms of alignment with our business strategy, which is to target the APAC region, which is fundamentally the largest traditional gaming space and has a really good overlap into Web3. CoinStore were a perfect partner for us, and most importantly, be doing loads of live events, loads of marketing. There's a 4-month plan in place. It's not just you're listing tomorrow on this along with 1,000 other tokens. It's very much a marketing partnership with a listing rolled in. So suits us and where we are much better. You and I have shared our views on kind of the tier ones, and there's a time and a place for it all. But at the infancy that we're in, it isn't really a place we should be going, I don't think. So the CoinStore listing was awesome. I also joined Neo Tokyo. So I'm a S1 citizen now.
Amazing.
And I was in there a couple of Fridays ago. That alone has changed the game for us internally. The alpha, the level of individual, I've learned a huge amount in 10 days, and long may that continue. So that's a big part of our strategy, is to sit around a round table with people that have done it on a far greater scale than we have and just absorb everything we possibly can. So that's been a huge plus.
Could I ask you, could you tell us a little bit more about just that relationship with Neo Tokyo? I mean, because that's a name that you know a lot of people have heard of, and so that's pretty big. Do you want to just tell us about how that came about and what that entails a little bit?
Yeah, I'm the first rule of the Citadel, I'm not allowed to talk about what happens within.
Gotcha.
But the essence of it was I was fortunate enough to get involved in Elliot's super farm project way back when as a private sale investor. I've followed Elio trades for a number of years, along with yourself and others. And then when Alex Becker and the guys put together Neo Tokyo, at the time it wasn't relevant to me because I was simply just an investor, speculator, and gamer in the space. I didn't have a project, but I was always quite keen to understand what happened in there. They've come back with a vengeance. Their attitude towards the next 12 to 18 months is completely in line with what we're looking to do. None of them are focused on early burst hypes or trying to force a market into something it isn't. It's a group of really mature business owners that know exactly what they're doing, and as a result, I just absorbing everything I possibly can. So for me, it was an essential move to become part of that, because if you're not sitting at that table, you're not going to be taken seriously. So yeah, it's been a great first couple of weeks.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, because if you're wanting to be, you know, the gaming community for Web3, yeah, partnerships like that and being a part of that is going to be so crucial. So amazing. So sorry to interrupt. You can continue. So Neo Tokyo, that's going well.
Yeah, it's great. Already have meetings lined up. It's the networking table to be sitting at, I believe. So yeah, long may that continue. So yeah, we've had CoinStore, we've had Neo Tokyo, Metacade Lite. So our first shipping of a product is literally next Friday. So it'll be a soft launch into the community, and then kind of big PR will follow on Tuesday onwards. You never really launch a product of large scale on a Friday, but I want the community to have it before the weekend, because that's what's been promised. So yeah, on that front, that's all been very good. We're now starting to ramp up marketing in a very concise fashion. I've been meeting with partners for the last 2 weeks. We're very close to a decision on that. Yeah, we are gunning on all levels. Our team's growing weekly. There's not enough time in the day. So, but it's good because we're doing it exactly how we should be doing it in a quiet market, ready for the upturn. So we just need to be ready.
Yep, absolutely. No, I love that. And we talked about this on our other AMAs. By the way, if you're watching and you want like a deep dive into everything that's going on, I've done 2 AMAs with Russell already. So I'll put the links down in the description if you want to go back and read those or listen to those and kind of get a deep dive into everything Metacade's doing. And yeah, we talked about in those that launching in the bear market. When you launch in the bull market, everybody's afraid what's going to happen when the bear market hits. If you launch in the bear market, nobody's afraid of what's going to happen in the bull market. There's just an excitement there. And so that's, I think that's a smart way to do it and gives you a lot more confidence in the project going forward. So would you say that right now, then you're you're in a community building? Is that kind of the main goal right now, is just get people in as quickly as possible? And what's kind of the way that you're doing? I mean, partnering with Neo Tokyo obviously is a way, but how else are you bringing people into the community?
Well, the partnership with Meta Studios, I believe, I think yourself and Carlos know each other as well, or you've had certainly conversations in the past. He's been hugely influential in opening up his black book and his network. And as a result, communities have followed in. The community focus now, once Metacade Lite is live, will really ramp up. We're, I think, around sort of 9,200 holders. We expect with CoinStore and other things coming up to blast through that into kind of the 10,000 plus, but more importantly, start really converting out some maybe just holders into active community members, gamers, because we do have some really interesting gig opportunities coming up as well. So yes, it's going to be all about community, because the partnership side, sorry, when I don't move, the lights go off in this place. I've managed to pay off the cleaners tonight so we don't get any background noise, but there we go. Sorry.
There you go. There you
go. There's no one here at this time of night in this office. So, but yeah, the focus will be very much community. We're going to start pushing for the first Meta grant this quarter. So the Meta grant is the community basically putting proposals forward for maybe games they haven't completed, ideas that they might have. We'll then run a full democracy, a vote up, vote down on that, and support the first Meta grant project. So all of these things are being really sensibly lined up for the next 2 or 3 months. We also have a new white paper coming out, a new roadmap coming out. Might squeeze it in this week, but realistically early part of next week. And who knows? I don't know if anyone's going to read the white paper from this point on, but we need to update it anyway. So yeah, It's been good. It's been really good.
A lot of stuff going on. Do you want to talk more? Yeah, because I do know Carlos from Meta Studio. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing with them and how that's kind of impacting Metacade?
Yes, it's just been huge. So our community has been great in going to support Meta Studios with their recent NFT raise. So Meta Studios were in fact our first Launchpad client. So they were looking to raise X amount of money to push the studio forward. The NFTs operate as a revenue share, and there's some really, really clever gamification and gaming strategy in there. The game comes out very shortly, which is awesome. We'll be supporting that. They've been on a bit of a tear as well. They've done a great partnership deal with Immutable. So they're starting to build their Web3 positioning. And as a result, all the partners they've worked with have been introduced to us. We've all ended up in this kind of subgroup, and we're all working out partnership deals at the moment. So it's just how it's done at this stage. And fortunately, Carlos seems to be the ringleader of a lot of this. So he jumps in for 2 minutes, disappears, and before you know it, there's another partnership deal. So yeah, it's been pretty productive on that front, and also Meta Studios are achieving their business goals as well. So hopefully Metacade have helped with that.
That's amazing. Yeah, because I had Meta Studio on for an AMA, and so it's cool just having different projects that I've separately been like, yes, this is amazing, and then they come together. So it's just it's community building. So really like that. Yes. By the way, I think I'm going to. We have a few audience questions, so I'll bring those up. And again, Russell, if you want to direct the conversation in certain directions, let me know.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'm going to do a giveaway as part of this video. I'm going to give away. Let's see. I don't want to give away too much. I want to give away some Metacade tokens, but I don't want to give away all of my Metacade tokens. So let's do this. I'll give away. Let's do 5,000. Okay, I'll give away 5,000 Metacade tokens near the end of our video here. So just stick around. I'll do that giveaway. I have a fun StreamYard giveaway thing. So we'll do that here in a little bit. So stay tuned for that. Audience, couple questions for them. First off, were you affected by the high gas fees during meme frenzy?
I think we all were. Yeah, certainly noticeable that ETH seems to creak on a meme frenzy. It's probably going to creak again when the NFT market starts kicking in again. So yeah, it's gas fees were very notable across the board. Again, it's definitely an area in which we're addressing and considering very seriously at the moment, because in order for us to deliver our use case as a business, there's a good chance that ETH might be not the place that we do that. So that's all I can say at this point. But yeah, for where we are at right now, it affects trading in terms of buying and selling, but we don't have the other utilities live. But if ETH continues to behave badly, then we have alternatives, put it that way.
Okay. Yep. That'd be kind of a good problem in some ways. So no, I totally agree. So for giveaway, we can start it now. First, you need to subscribe to my channel. You need to hit like. Go follow Metacade on Twitter if you aren't already, and follow me on Twitter. Okay, and then you're going to type in the comments hashtag Metacade. Okay, hashtag Metacade. That's going to be what does the giveaway. But we'll do that here in a little bit. Another question from ELR: how is your strategy influenced or maybe changed by Neo Tokyo?
It was influenced in a sense that it gave us a sense check that what we thought was the direction we should be taking at the pace we're taking it was indeed correct. That's not to sound egotistical that we were right, because we don't know yet. But what we will say is that we have a time horizon of early part of next year, around the sort of Bitcoin halving. So everything will be built, ready, operational, profitable as an actual business, not just a token economy, in preparation for the big wave that's coming. It was interesting. There was a lot of calm and a lot of patience in Neo Tokyo. No one was concerned about the next 6 months at all. It was more to do with what can we get done? Can we turn up every day? Can we build every day? No one talked about price or opportunity. It was purely, can you get your plan to deliver? And that's where it's definitely influenced us and calmed us down, because I think we're all guilty of wanting to give communities and token holders those nice hype moments, but they do cost a lot of money to get a hype moment going. So we're going to stick to our guns, stick to our plans. It might not suit everyone in terms of their horizons, but we have a business to build.
Yep, that's absolutely true. I tell people that all the time. If you're in a short-term project, then yes, check the price every day. And if the price doesn't go up, then okay, that was not a good short-term play. But if you are looking for a big play, then you have to zoom way out, and you're not checking the price every day, being like, oh, it's down 1% today or whatever the case might be. But you're looking for, hey, long-term, could this 1,000x, could this, I mean, who knows what is possible. Christopher, this is a good way to put it. Business first, price will follow. Very true, and very different than the kind of the money grab projects that come out, or even, the meme coins and things like that. Very, very different way of looking at things. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people. Yes, this is what you do. Hashtag Metacade for the giveaway. So keep doing that. Fortunately, I don't have to do it manually. I have a tool to do it automatically, because we've got a lot of people in here. One of my favorite questions to ask when we're talking about long-term vision, I just want to kind of see if it's still the same as our other videos, or if it changed at all. But like, where do you want this to go? If you look forward, 3 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years. Look long term. Where do you kind of want this to go? Where do you see it being in long term?
So I think what's been confirmed in the last couple of weeks from various parties and partners we've been talking to is that um, the focus on community for us will remain our primary goal, which is to create this democracy within our platform that allows people to get jobs, do work on gigs, play games, hang out, socialize, content contribution, effectively take all of the cool elements from all the other main platforms and create a genuine hub or home for gaming. The other thing we've also realized hugely is we need to drop the Web3 and create this almost island mentality in our business model. We are going to build a gaming platform. It just so happens that it'll be built on the technology, but we want to encourage millions of gamers to come and join our space. And I believe they're not going to if they associate it directly with just a crypto only offering. I think projects are really starting to wake up to that fact now. So whereas I don't think we're going to sit in a similar space to an Epic or an Unreal or those large things, that's very much a go and buy and play type environment. We're going to be very much, you can do that with us, but there's a whole load of other benefits to coming to hang out with us and just talk about something you're passionate about. So if anything, we'll probably end up more like a social platform. But it's forever evolving, and it's very difficult to predict 10 years in advance. But I would say within 2 to 3 years, will be a name that's recognized in a place you should go and hang out and at least explore opportunities. And if we can achieve that, I think we've done all right.
Okay, love it. Let's see. I want to be a Metacade game tester. Okay, and actually, this is a question I've gotten quite a bit. But if people want to just get more involved, they're like, hey, I love the community. I want to be more involved in it. I want to be a game tester, game developer. What's the best way to go about, kind of getting into learning about those positions and getting into them?
Cool. So when Metacade Lite goes live, you'll be able to go to the community area, and we'll be posting not only job opportunities, but gig opportunities, small bounties, testathon, hackathons. So there'll be a constant notice board of opportunities for you, whether you're working or not, to be able to jump in and do something around your everyday life and get involved more. So I'm talking to 2 partners at the moment that definitely have a game testing requirement. So we're hoping that we can put that up on our platform when it's live, get everyone to sign up to it. And as a result, people can go and test some other games for our partners and get them to market a bit quicker. This is a game testing and general user acceptance testing has been a big theme this week with the conversations we've had.
Okay.
I'm just going to wave around like a man.
Get that light back on. Technology, it makes life easier, but then also,
realize I'm so still.
Let's see. Everybody is doing a lot of Metacade. Yeah, one time you can do hashtag Metacade. It does not increase your chances doing it 1,000 times. So just one time hashtag Metacade, and you will be good. Tribunus says most are too busy with short-term price action, focused on patience, building, and long-term vision. Metacade. Yep, totally agree. James, I'm a huge fan. Please pick me. It's random. So I would love to do that, but it's random. I can't. My heart. I would end up giving like 1 token to everybody, and it wouldn't be that great. Emilio says we need a Spanish community and support. I'm available to help. Yeah. How's reach going in other languages, other countries? Has it mostly been English? And kind of talk about international efforts.
Yeah, so we've got a pretty strong English, European, US, and APAC community. We haven't got to the point yet being literally focused on delivering product. Our product will be multi-language, and as a result will allow us then to start exploring each of those communities in their own rights. A common model is to, like an Emilio pointed out, is to find some really great people in the local vicinity that know what's going on from a gaming and Web3 perspective. Look at them becoming country managers, and then the Metacaders infiltrate and start going to a lot of events and effectively take over. So we expect to spread across the European markets, APAC markets, all in good time. I just want to make sure that we have something compelling enough for people when they visit, they want to stay, and not rush things. So, but yes, the Spanish community is definitely a huge gaming space.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, and it's amazing. It's almost like this type of energy in a community, I usually see from like network marketing, like pyramid scheme type project. And it's not that. It's just people who just love the community, love what you're doing. So that's very, very, very cool. Funny.
I think everyone understands in our group. I mean, we talk every day, which again I think is quite unusual in many cases. But I think everyone understands that everyone has a role to play in this. If we are going to deliver a community-focused platform, then the community, the individuals, will play a role in that. And you can't force that. The community either buys into what you're doing or they don't. And we've been pretty transparent from the start, and it seems like everyone's on board with making this work, which is pretty awesome.
Amazing. Love it. Funny Turo says, every time you have Metacade on, it seems like it's your most popular live stream. Yes. Very strong community. So yeah, love that. ELR says, will you develop your own games or maybe in cooperation with another platform? And you're already working with Meta Studio. Any plans to ever develop your own games, or is it you thinking probably all partnering outside?
Yeah, we're talking about our own game. That's definitely on the roadmap for the next 6 months. We're talking to Carlos particularly. There's some games there that I think lend themselves to our brand and what we might want to do. So we're going to start looking at that next week. But yeah, but very much. I mean, it might come to a point. The end game to extend on the question you asked earlier, where do we see ourselves in 3, 5, 10 years? The publishing of games is an opportunity to disrupt. Publishers do take quite a bit of money when creators produce great games. We'll probably aim to shake the tree on that a little bit and make sure creators get what they're owed. If so, we might develop some gaming expertise in-house, but it's not on the immediate roadmap. We're focused on becoming a platform to support everyone else right now. And I think we'll achieve our goals by just doing that.
Okay, very good. And then I know we talked about this in our last AMA, but game tournaments, do you have any of those? I know those are coming at some point. I think you might have already done maybe a couple, but tell us about the game tournaments.
Yeah, we've done a couple. My focus becomes very much that next week, talking to some great partners who run really good tournament websites already. That for me is a huge part of our goal, is to align with some very good esport orientated platforms where there's just mass volume of gamers that just enjoy competing, jumping into competitions. We're kind of an ideal partner brand to businesses like that, and it would give us mass adoption overnight. So it seems very sensible that's the route we go. So we won't have it for Metacade Lite, but very shortly after, if we get some suitable arrangements with some esports partners and tournament partners, there's a good chance we'll start highlighting those on our platform as well.
Okay, very good. And then Kim says, we are not just a community, James. We are Russell's first defense. There you go. Okay. So you got some bodyguards. So that's good.
Yeah. Don't say anything bad to me, James. Be careful.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I'd be way too afraid. Only bullish comments from me on this for sure. Christopher says 500 to 2000x late 2025, and I want to just mention the team. Russell probably can't talk about this about price prediction and things like that, but I will say when you're looking at coins that you think are going to do really well, you want to get in. This is not financial advice, but you want to get in at the lowest market cap possible, because when the market cap starts to get up to 100 million and higher than that, it's very hard. If you get to $1 billion market cap, it's hard to 100x $1 billion market cap. That just doesn't happen. So you get to $1 billion market cap. Okay, well now we know this coin is going to succeed. It's doing well, but there's really only room for maybe a 5x, 10x more. Whereas if you get in early when the market cap's low, there's a lot more risk, because, hey, who knows if this is going to catch on? Who knows if it's going to take off? But, you're getting in at a 10 million market cap or 20 million market cap. There's room there for, 100x and things like that. So no financial advice intended in that monologue. Just putting it out there for you to do with as you will. So just wanted to say that.
No, I mean, from my experience, anything that hits that 100 million mark does tend to shift quickly, but you kind of lose your overall risk reward opportunity. So I mean, yeah, we're fortunate enough to be in a very active space that's not being looked at truly at the moment. And I would say some of those amazing projects that are still building brilliantly are actually under our market cap right now, which seems absolutely ludicrous, knowing full well what they're producing. So this is part of the reason why we launched at this point, because the risk reward model looks far more healthier in this case.
Yep, absolutely. And Wooter says, "Thanks for your financial advice." No.
That's typical.
SEC, ignore that. I gave no financial advice. We have a few people in the audience asking about, you kind of talked about the international plans, but what about the Asian market in particular? You know, that's kind of the gaming market. Do you have any plans for that market in particular?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Eleni commented as well around the Chinese market. So what we noticed in our pre-sale was that South Korea was incredibly prominent. China was a close second, and then the wider APAC region. So what we have had is we've done some tests with our brands, particularly in Japan and into the APAC market with CoinStore, doing some initial kind of exploration. And our kind of retro brand lends itself really well to that community. And as a result, it will be a primary focus for us outside of Europe. The simple reason being is mass adoption. If you've got a good brand and a compelling proposition, we'll find out in June when I do the events in APAC. We'll see what the uptake is there. And then we'll be able to kind of test the temperature of what we need to do to further expand in that. But CoinStore is very much the first step into the APAC region, but there's some other things coming. Let's put it that way.
Okay, other things coming. Okay, we'll take that as limited alpha. Other things are coming.
Limited alpha for sure.
Yana says, "What is your target user on Metacade platform?"
Just an underlying passion for gaming, whether it's playing the games, writing articles about them, putting videos up, watching Twitch channels, whatever it might be. We were talking to a group of gamers in London this week, just really trying to establish the best user experience for the platform. And it was clear that if you can deliver a platform that you can play music, order food, and play games and hang out with people, you've kind of nailed it. So our intent is to ensure that Metacade is the only place you need to go. And for us, that means that whether you're coming here to play games, find out what the next projects are, that's the reason why there's different rooms in the Metacade to go and explore. So yeah, the target user is someone with a gaming passion that doesn't necessarily have to want to get involved in crypto. This is a big thing. Well, literally every light's going off now.
It's telling you it's time to go home and go to bed.
Yeah,
you know?
I'll do a 4-minute countdown for movement.
Yeah, so. There you go. I did want to ask, what's been your experience? Have you found a lot of Web3 people that are coming into this community that are kind of transitioning over, or has it been mostly people who are already involved in Web3 jumping in?
We had a lot of first timers, just because you can tell from the support tickets. And when you're buying in the pre-sale or when you're first venturing into this. So it was very clear that, and we have wallet watchers in our group. I mean, it won't surprise you that our community look at every element of what we do. So we have our wallet watchers, we have our bot watchers, all that sort of thing. But it's very clear that there's a lot of first-time buyers, which is really good to see. Interestingly enough, most of the partner conversations are with non-crypto projects. And from meetings I've had this week, big names are coming into the space soon. They're just deciding when. So I do expect an explosion in this space probably towards the end of the year. And as a result, just by being rooted in the middle of this space, I think we're going to see a natural overlay of new people coming into our platform. So yeah, it's more to do with the partners and the conversations that are evolving there versus kind of new token holders every day. And it's a nice business model. You partner with a great project with a great community, they're naturally going to come and take a look. So like with your channel, you've got a great following, they'll come and take a look at us and vice versa. Some of the guys didn't know about you and now they're subscribing. So it's just the way it works.
Yep, that's how communities work, and I love this because one of my passions, one of my goals for my channel is bring in Web 2 people into Web 3, and so this is like the perfect way. There's people who are coming in because they're gamers. They had no interest in crypto before, but they're coming in, and now they want to learn. Okay, how do I buy this token? How do I, what's a wallet? How do I get my seed phrase? And fortunately, you guys are doing the work of educating these people, so it's I love it though. Very great.
Yeah. And the games are getting there, but they're certainly not at the level of what good gamers expect. So that's half the battle, I think. So making it a frictionless environment and just fun, and obviously burying the tech is half the battle, I think.
Yep, absolutely. And by the way, audience, I made a little bit of a mistake. Okay, we're doing the giveaway. I didn't realize I wasn't collecting comments. So that was all testing before. Now do hashtag Metacade and you will be entered in to win. This actually works out well because if you did it earlier and then left, you don't get to be part of the giveaway. So now hashtag Metacade and you'll be in this entry, and I'll do that here in just a minute. So sorry about that if you did it before. And I told you only needed to do it once, but now you need to do it again. So we'll give people just a couple of minutes on that. So what else do you have going on? Also, too, I'd like to kind of hear about what you enjoy as a gamer. I mean, this could be its own conversation. We could do this offline sometime too, but I kind of was curious about like what you enjoy gaming wise.
I'm a huge football fanatic, so I'm a FIFA from the first version to the current version. A big Halo fan. I'm showing my age a bit here. More recently, I haven't had an opportunity to play too much because I've been doing this night and day. I can safely say if you want to run a gaming platform, you'll stop playing games straight away. There's just not enough time in the day. But I actually went to a VR immersive art exhibition in London last weekend. It was the Salvador Dali in Brick Lane. I tell you what, VR is making huge strides now. The whole AR, VR, Meta bringing out their, Apple bringing out their AR, VR. I noticed a huge jump in VR capability. So I think if I'm going to spend any time doing anything, I might be going down the rabbit hole on that. And just for more product research purposes, because you never know where your business and your platform will end up, but it's definitely making huge strides.
Yep. All for research, right? I mean, you have to do it. There's no choice. Let's see, Metacade VR sometime. Is that on the horizon somewhere?
Probably. I mean, I think it's all going to start accelerating. AR and AR I thought was going to come first, and is proving to be far more adoptable. But what we're going to see, I think, in the next 6 months, also the application of AI within that is likely to accelerate any product development now. So who knows, that the goal is to get to the base of the bull run, business ready and with a large army ready to go. And then the VR elements, I think, will be the cherry on the top. So, but yeah, I'm sure that's a possibility.
Okay, very good. All right, let's see how our giveaway is going here. So we got 83 people in. So if you last few seconds here, then we'll do it. And I'm glad I asked you because I'm actually a huge FIFA player myself. I back Cote d'Ivoire with Didier Drogba back in the 2010 World Cup. That was kind of like when I started. So I haven't been around nearly as long as you have, but love that. So but we'll have to play sometime in person. That would be awesome.
Put it this way, I used to load my computer games on a cassette. So yes, exactly. I should not be running a business like this. Yeah, I'm way too old.
Well, you've learned as time goes on, right? You've kept up with it. So awesome. Well, let's go ahead and do this giveaway here. So this is giveaway for 5,000 Metacade tokens. So we'll go ahead and draw here. We got 86 people in here. So let's see. Look at this excitement. This is like a countdown timer. The same excitement. If I win too.
I just saw a name. If he doesn't win, he's going to go off.
Devil Lady Ryoko. Yeah, congratulations.
Our very own potato grower.
There you go. So what I need you to do is Go ahead and hit me up in Discord. I wonder if it's risky for me to post my Discord username in here. That's fine. Go ahead and DM me in Discord, and we'll get your tokens over to you. So congratulations on your 5,000 MCade. Sorry to everyone else who didn't win. I know sometimes, but we're a community. So if one of us wins, we all win, right? Rising tides raise all the ships. So yeah, congratulations. Let's see. We got a lot of questions here. A lot of crypto are sponsoring sports. Are you going to be doing that in the future?
Yeah, I'm not sure we've got the budget like a crypto.com or some of the others, but yeah, I mean, the common theme is to start sponsoring esports teams and probably start a little bit lower down the food chain. If we get to a behemoth size, then I'm sure we'll be buying all the FTX stadiums that are probably up for sale now. So
That's right. That's right. Yeah, those sports endorsements and things are not cheap things to things to do. So yeah, you don't usually start with those. Those are usually down the road a little bit. Potentially you can do that. And that's where there's all these moments of kind of parabolic growth that you'll have. And that could potentially be another one. That could be, when you're at $1 billion market cap, that could be, hey, that's what gets us to 10 billion or something like that. So
yeah, for sure.
What am I supposed to do now? I was dancing and missed it. Shoot me a Discord DM. It's James Pelton number 0223. Anyone's welcome to DM me if you have something you want to talk about. Whatever. I can't say how quickly I will get to it, but feel free to message me and I'll get you taken care of.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess one question that I would want everyone to have here, if people want to get involved. The ways to get involved, Discord is kind of the main hangout spot. Is that still true?
Yeah, Telegram and Discord. Yeah, they're pretty strong. Yeah, Telegram's a bit more crazy. Sorry, I've got man flu, so I'm losing my voice.
Good.
So yeah, I'd say for craziness, go to Telegram. For everything else, go to Discord.
Okay.
We grow vegetables in Discord. Devil's just won the giveaway. She's growing potatoes for the community at the moment. So
okay, very good. So yeah, Telegram, and again, these are all free things. So if you're watching, I know there's a lot of people from the community already, so you guys can ignore this, preaching to the choir here. If you're not part of the community, but you've seen some of the people from the community, you've seen Russell, and you're like, hey, I like gaming, I like Web3, I want to be a part of this community. Completely free. Hop into the Telegram, hop into the Discord, follow on Twitter. That will help, spread as well. And then the option, if you want to get involved financially. So those are all free options. If you want to get involved financially, buying the MCade token, currently on Uniswap, Bitmart, and now as of a couple weeks ago, MEXC now is another place you can buy. And then you mentioned going on another exchange here shortly too. You said I can't remember the name.
Yeah, Coin Store.
Coin Store.
Store, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Coin
Store around middle of June.
Okay.
So promotion starts 7th of June, and then a big week lead up, and then a couple of months after as well. So.
Okay, very cool. Well, it's all on, and to hear updates, I would love to have, if I could have you once a month or something just to give an update, would absolutely love that and love your community. Do you have any kind of final announcements, alpha, words of wisdom, words of inspiration that you'd like to share with us before we kind of wrap up?
God, that's an anticlimax now.
Yeah.
Not really. I was really hoping to get a When Binance t-shirt done for this, but it just didn't arrive on time. So the community and I will be trolling each other consistently on Lambo's Binance. But no, we've had probably the most interesting 50 odd days so far. I can only imagine what it's going to look like in a 6 months time, a year's time, and when the market starts waking up again. I think it's going to be one to look back on, I hope. So, and James, thank you very much for entertaining the craziness, which is the Metacaders. They will, if we're on again, they'll be even worse than this time.
I hope so. I look forward to it. And I want to encourage the community, just keep being active, stay active on Twitter, just keep the name out there. And at some point, Binance they'll see that and they'll come knocking and they'll say, hey, everybody's talking about this. We would like to list you. And then again, that's another one of those inflection points where now all Binance users who would have never heard of Metacade, maybe, but they see it on Binance, then it makes them go Google, what is Metacade? And then a James Pelton video with Russell on it pops up. And they see, wow, what a great community. This looks like so much fun. And then they jump in, and another inflection point there as well. So awesome. Great. Love it. I love the energy. So audience, first off, appreciate you guys so much. You guys are amazing. The Metacade community, amazing. Appreciate it. Please hit like on your way out. Very helpful. The replay of this will be available right when we're done. I'll put in chapters so you can skip around if you want to see the different questions. Although I wouldn't miss any of this one. It's pretty exciting. And Russell, thanks for just keep building. I know that sometimes, the haters come in and it can be a little bit overwhelming, but I appreciate you just pushing through that and building a community, and then sharing it with me on my channel. So thank you so much.
No worries. No, thanks for having us again. And we'll definitely be on again in a month's time, I'm sure.
Sounds great. Yeah. And like you said, it's been this much has changed in just the last 2 months. It's amazing. It's amazing to think about, what's it going to look like in a year. And that'll be really exciting. Maybe we have like a year birthday celebration or something, and maybe I'll do something big for that. We'll see. Maybe I'll shave my head to match you, and then we'll come on, do something like that.
The whole community will do that if we hit $1, I can assure you.
Yeah, there you go. Amazing. Well, hey, thank you everybody so much. Appreciate you guys, and hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Awesome. See you guys.